Yeah. Give me a sec.
I hit my heart. My heart won't open. How about yours?
Works great.
Right. When you get done fooling around, I could use some help.
Did I do something wrong? Because the only thing I regret about you and me, not knowing you were a spook when we first met. I would have been a lot less charming.
That's what I missed most about you, Buck. Well, your mouth was always a little faster than your brain. Look, don't start about my job. We both agreed to end it.
That was years ago, Veronica. I'm a little fuzzy on the details. Must have met a lot of other saps since then. Why pick me for the safari?
First, you're the best soldier I know, and second, I don't remember that night. What you asked me in the morning?
I remember not getting an answer.
Say again, Buck. You're breaking up.
I said stay put. I'm on my way.
We missed our LZ. This grid is packed with Covenant. Be careful.
I appreciate the concern.
Won't be much of a rescue if you're dead.
The assault rifle has returned, and so have I. Welcome back to Halo 3 ODST Episode 2, Tayari Plaza. We are playing as Buck. First thing you want to do, you could just jump right down there to meet the Covenant, but I prefer to stay up on this ledge, because they'll kind of come up here to pursue you, and that lets you get some easy headshots on the grunts with your awesome silenced pistol that you have. Eventually, though, I did mention that the pistol has perfect pinpoint accuracy. That is true, but it does have a smaller effective range than, say, the battle rifle or the carbine. So, that perfect accuracy does fall off at longer distances. Incidentally, the battle rifle is not in this game, sadly. Although, as you've seen, the carbine is. There's some pistol ammo up there, you can grab it, and then hop down whenever you're ready. Sadly, the assault rifle is not very good in this game. Mainly because kinetic weaponry is just super ineffective on energy shields because of the kind of universal 50% damage nerf against shields that all kinetic weapons have in ODST. Notably, that is not the case in normal Halo 3, where the assault rifle is significantly better, so kind of weird that they nerf it again. I guess they wanted to make the silenced SMG seem better by comparison. One thing... Oh. I love Halo physics. One thing to keep in mind is... Well, I say that, but I believe it's something I talked about or alluded to in the previous video, but in this game, enemies have semi-randomized weaponry. That means in different playthroughs, different enemies will have different weapons. So sometimes brutes will have carbines, sometimes they'll have brute shots, plasma rifles, spikers, that kind of thing. Spiker is a new weapon that we haven't really been introduced to yet. It's not super good, but it's not important. Anyway, this can make different encounters variably more difficult. Like, as you can see, a brute with a carbine is a lot more effective at keeping you pinned down than a brute with a plasma rifle. But brutes are not as smart as elites, just purely tactics-wise. As you saw there, when he was the last enemy left, he didn't berserk like he did in Halo 2, but he did get angry and charge forward from his advantageous position, which let me easily dispose of him. And I pick up his carbine. Thank you. Carbine, sadly, has been nerfed a little bit from Halo 2. It's
over here!
still a good weapon, but you can't fire it quite as fast.
Saw your pod hit! You're one lucky SOB.
Yeah.
See any more come down?
Ah, negative. But I didn't see much of anything after that flash. But listen, some of these buildings are open. Should be able to get inside. Flank the Covenant on the streets.
Roger that. Thanks.
Alright. So, if you want to take his advice, you would go in this building, but I prefer to take the fight on the streets at first, mainly because there is an easy stick that I miss once, twice. Well, luckily one of the brutes just ran right into the path of my grenade, I guess. And I did get the third stick. Now, that's not entirely a skill issue on my part. In ODST, the arc of your grenade throw is a lot wimpier, for lack of a better term. Buck in the ODSTs, they throw it more like a grunt throws it than like a brute or elite or a Master Chief throw it, if that makes sense. And as you probably noticed, Buck is a lot more chatty than Master Chief was, and the Rookie is.
On ammo!
Frankly, he's kind of annoying. He's kind of like Reddit incarnate. It was 2009, it was a different time. I guess back then it would be more like TV tropes incarnate, but every character that you play as in this game except the Rookie is a little more chatty, but it's only Buck
Please slow down.
where it's really
What
annoying.
happened here?
Final notice. Bill past due.
Might be a little hard to see, but those are some dead elites there. If you played Halo 2, you would know that's because of the Great Schism.
Cover me!
The time-
Reloading.
The timeline is a little weird, but I can discuss that at the end of the
I
video.
will take an unhealthy pleasure in killing you today.
I like to come up here because it gives you a good vantage point to shoot some enemies in the next encounter. And also because if you go up to the 3rd floor, there's a health pack and some pistol ammo if you need it, but I prefer the carbine for this next section. You will see why. So yeah, ODSTs their grenade throws are a little bit wimpier. Another thing to keep in mind is that, just like health packs, fall damage from Halo 1 has made a return. You do take fall damage in this game, although it's a lot more generous than Halo 1. Like, I feel like that would have damaged me in Halo 1. Anyway, I actually like to take the brute shot for this part. You'll see why very shortly. There's a spiker on the ground. If I wanted to pick it up, I don't. It's not a very good weapon, sadly.
Changing mag!
Problem! He's in cover! There! Look out for the turret!
The Needler, however, that guy should have taken his own advice there. Anyway, the Needler has gotten a substantial buff in Halo 3. It's actually a really good weapon now. It's even better in Halo 3 proper, because the spoiler alert, the Flood are in that, and it becomes a very effective anti-Flood weapon. Anyway, the reason I like to use the brute shot there is because in Halo 3, grunts are a lot harder to snipe off the portable plasma turret, and so it's better to just blow them up with something like the brute shot. Speaking of sniping, there's a Jackal sniper. That little sniper tower, so that's why I like the carbine. There's gonna be some dialogue here, so I'll be quiet for it.
Veronica, what's with all the dead elites?
What do you mean?
Looks like a family feud, like they were killed by brutes. Is there something I should know?
It's classified.
Some things never change.
Alright, so Jackal snipers, as I alluded to in the previous video, they have been substantially nerfed. They are not as accurate, they can't fire as fast, they don't have as good reaction time, and most importantly, in ODST, they cannot one-shot you from full health. It takes at minimum 2 shots to kill you from full health. And with their decreased accuracy and decreased firing rate, they're nowhere near as big of a problem as they were in Halo 2 or even Halo 3 Vanilla. Another thing is that they're a lot rarer. There won't be any missions in this game like Metropolis where you were fighting like 15, 20 Jackal snipers. That's because they have been kind of supplanted a little bit by a new enemy type called Jackal Marksmen. Jackal Marksmen are Jackals that they behave like Jackal snipers, except they have carbines. They're still pretty dangerous on Legendary. They can tear through your health and shields pretty fast, and a headshot when you're unshielded is still an instant death. Yeah, there's a pair of marksmen right there, but given their relative prevalence in comparison to their beam rifle brethren, they are another reason why Jackal snipers just aren't as big of a deal, because most of the time you're fighting Jackal marksmen. Speaking of Jackals, they changed the rank colors a little bit for Halo 3 for some reason. Jackal miners are still blue, but for some reason... that guy could have killed me there. He wasn't a dumb jackass. But yeah, for some reason they changed Jackal Majors to have purple shields in Halo 3. I'm not sure why, but not a big deal. Anyway, I grabbed this dude's beam rifle. Believe it or not, we're actually almost to the last big shootout of the mission. It is a pretty long, and it's probably the hardest part of the mission, so that's why that explains the video length. Okay, so as always, grunts love to chuck plasma grenades on legendary, so it's pretty hard to save those
We're pinned
troopers.
down.
Yeah.
Cut through this building. Hit him from behind.
They usually just die before you can save them. You can at least save the one up on the ledge pretty easily. There's some Jackal marksmen up on the bridge, and then a bunch of infantry down below. And then, by infantry I mean several brutes and jackals. By the way, that previous encounter had no brutes at all, so it's pretty easy. This one, not so much. The main reason is because... Well, the main reason is because if you go to the left, like past that ammo crate, there are 3 Jackal snipers kind of watching that area of the map.
Location.
Almost there. What's wrong?
Multiple hostiles closing on my position. Listen carefully. If I don't make it...
Whoa! Hang on. I'll be right there.
Too late. They spotted me.
Damn it, no! Veronica! Talk to me! Don't move! I'm coming, you hear?
Alright. So, it was a little hard to tell what I was doing there, but one of the Jackal snipers is on that ledge, so you can either shoot him or just throw a grenade out. Either way, problem's dealt with. Still 2 more Jackal snipers. Like I was saying earlier, the enemies have like variable weapon spawns, so you'll want to hope... Well, I say hope, like there's nothing you can do about it, but the fewer brutes that spawn with carbines, the better, because as you can see, brutes are very effective at keeping you pinned down with the carbines. However, this area has a ton of health packs, like there's at least 5 that I know of. So I would rather take out the brute than not, if that makes sense. Second sniper is right up there. There's 1 more sniper to deal with, and there's 2 Jackal marksmen near where it is, too. To the far right, there is a grunt on a portable plasma turret. You can actually kill him before he sets it up, although that's kind of hard to do, and I kind of failed to do so. By the way, the music here is great. I think this is Marty's best work, and Michael Salvatore, of course. But I digress. Incidentally, I think I addressed it in the previous video, but brutes are a lot easier to fight than elites, not just because of tactics, but because any damage you do to their energy shielding is... Well, that's not entirely true. If you take out their energy shields, that's it, they're gone. You don't... They're permanently destroyed. You don't need to take them out a second time. I'm not sure why that is, like why Bungie decided to do that, but it does make them much easier to fight than elites. So like once their helmet peels back and you can see their faces, you don't. There's a shotgun there, by the way. That'll be an important tool that will help us later. But yeah, once you take out their armor, like that, their armor stays depleted. This is kind of a unique and fun encounter. Basically, you know, you're kind of pinned in this building by all the Jackal snipers and the brutes with carbines, but there's there's several different entrances that you can come out of if you're getting too much heat in one entrance. It's like that bit on Cairo Station. Sorry about, you don't want to leave the VISR, like the flashlight, on, because it looks almost as bright as 343 Guilty Spark and Halo Anniversary. As you can see, the brute shot is a lot less dangerous than it was in Halo 2, although it's not quite as powerful in your hands. It goes from being like pretty useful to like... Oh, by the way, the last Jackal sniper's over there. By the way, brute ranks are kind of weird. There's a lot of redundancy in their ranks. Like, there really should only be 2 ranks, you know, brute minor and brute captain. You know, Halo 2 only had 4 ranks of brutes. You know, brute infantry that you fight regularly, and even then the honor guards were kind of a rare enemy. By the way, after you're pretty sure you've killed all the brutes, you want to grab the shotgun if you plan on fighting this next fight out. It's not a bad idea to fire a carbine round into the air. Oh, I forgot about the plasma turret guy. Just to draw out any brutes that might still be hiding, because you really don't want to get distracted here. Because...
Hunters? No, I do not have time for this!
Halo 3 hunters, Bungie finally made them intimidating. And they actually got buffed even further in ODST. So, hunters. In ODST, the way they work, they come in pairs, of course. But one of the pair will be blue, and he'll behave like a Halo 2 hunter with the like stream of energy. And then the gold one will behave like a Halo 1 hunter, albeit without the critical weakness to pistols. He has like the single-shot fuel rod gun they had in Halo Combat Evolved. It makes them quite the dangerous and formidable pair, because you gotta keep that in mind. I will say, there's no way to say this without sounding like a scrub, but the hitbox on Halo 3 Hunter's melee attack is a little... Unfortunately, it's a little bit borked, I must say. So it's better... You want to give it a wider berth than you think that you would need. Now, for the record, you can totally just skip past this encounter. By the way, don't do what I was doing there. You never want to show... You never want to have your back to a hunter in this game. It's very easy for them to just shoot you in the back. You want to, like, backpedal. But yeah, you can totally just run past those hunters, and once you get through the gate, they'll stop following you. This is a very easy fight to skip. I just wanted to show it off, because this is the one fight in the game where you kind of fight hunters with small arms fire. I kind of just wanted to show that it was possible.
Travelers. Lost items can be claimed on lower level.
But you definitely have to do the hunter dance, so... This is technically the last fight, but it's just three grunts, and they're all shooting at Dare's pods, so they're not a threat. But yeah, believe it or not, this is the end of the mission already. ODST missions are short. I will see you after the cutscene.
I'm here. I gotcha. Oh, nuts. Whoa, whoa! Whoa! What the heck was that? You ever seen one before? Hey, Romeo, you got your ears on?
Oh, I get it. Permission to speak, smartass.
No, I don't know what it was. But it was gonna grease your ass good. Just like it did the captain.
Yeah, maybe. You're from Mickey, Dutch?
Negative.
The rookie. We need to get above this crap. Link with the B-net. One of our drones must have seen where they hid.
So we're popping smoke in the lady's mission? She ever tell you what she wanted?
No. Never. Doesn't matter. All I care about now is getting my men out of this city.
Even you.
How rude. But, maybe he deserved it just a little bit. He did physically assault us in the intro. But yeah, that was level 2, Tayari Plaza. Par scores in this game are a little hard to get just because of how short the levels are. Like, yeah, see, even though I only had the one death, I still barely got it. But, you know, I'll make sure that I get them and show you how to get them. Quick note about the dead elite corpses in this level. This is the only level where they appear, I believe. Timeline-wise, that's a little weird, but what I surmise happened is as soon as the Regrets carrier jumped, seems like Truth maybe sent out an order to the brutes on Earth to start the Great Schism early. Because Truth was always intending to go to Earth with the Forerunner Dreadnought. He was probably just wanting them to set the stage for him, get rid of the remaining elite leadership after the Prophet of Regret jumped. Maybe a little weird, but it works out decently, I think. It's not like a huge deal. obviously this came about... originally, Bungie was going to have you fighting both elites and brutes for the first part of the game, and then eventually there would be like a mini Great Schism on Earth. But that was too complicated for a little like side game like this, so they scrapped it. But next time we're back with the Rookie in Mombasa Streets. I hope you'll join me there, where we'll not only reunite with the Rookie, but maybe meet a few new characters as well. See you then.